It's 2020, so we're trying a new camera angle. We're doing a little bit of a higher dip down situation. Is it better? Is it worse? I don't know. Not taking myself too seriously because coming to you mostly makeupless, as I'm not putting on makeup if I'm not leaving the house. I got rid of like a dozen mugs from my mug collection, which freed me up to get this mug because it has cats and plants on it. Look at the little cat sleeping in the little plant. So it is the first day of spring, normally a time when we might be out and about, you know, doing spring things. I don't know what those things are because I don't like leaving my house. So this whole social distancing thing has been pretty great for me. I've been off work for the past week and have one more week to go, at least. We're playing it by ear. Also, thank you to Urban Inc. for giving employees paid leave during this time. If you are someone who does not get that, I'm sorry that America sucks. As an introvert who definitely doesn't mind staying home, this full week at home without having work to do has been pretty solid for me, but I've realized that I have quite a few extrovert friends who are not in as great a shape, and they are not loving this social distancing thing. That said, I've had a pretty productive week. I've gotten some things done that I've always wanted to get done. I have still more things to do on week 2 of my time off. But I just thought I would share some of the things that I've discovered that you can do from home if you're not working, which if you are working from home, this is not the video for you. I don't work from home. And there are other people who have made better videos about staying productive in a home environment when you're not used to working from home. I'll link some of those below in case you want those. But this is just a things to do when you can't leave the house video. So here we go. You can do some spring cleaning. This is an excellent time to declutter your life. You can binge through Marie Kondo's Tidying Up series while you do so. Get some inspiration going. Get rid of all your junk. And by get rid of all your junk, don't go to Goodwill right now, but you can box everything up and put it next to your front door so that when you can leave the house, then you can go to Goodwill. But don't go right now. I am hoping next week to have like up to 3 like spring cleaning decluttering videos on my other channel that I will link below too. So make a decluttering video for your friends. There's another thing to do. Do that project that you've never had time to do before. I am a notorious DIY starter, less so of a DIY finisher, but I have several around the house that I'm hoping to get done. I'm like on my way. One of them involves me going to Lowe's, and I don't want to go to Lowe's right now. But I have this kitchen cart that just needs spray painted and needs to be put back together that I can totally get done. I have this coffee table that a friend built for me. I found this drawer and then he built the coffee table around the drawer, but I needed to stain what he built. That's what involves me going to Lowe's because they don't have the stain, but maybe if I just go in and out really quick, maybe? No, is that bad? That's bad. I also have to fix our mailbox outside because the snowplow knocked it down and it's been like tied up in rope for the past month or so because it's been too cold to go outside to drill it in. But it's warming up now because it's spring, so I can fix that. I am someone who will not work out on days that I have to go to work because if I have to go to work, I don't want to work out early in the morning because I'm tired and I want to sleep before I go to work. And by the time I get home from work, then I'm tired and I just want to sit, and so I don't want to work out then. So really, it's just like on days that I have off or days that I get off like early in the afternoon that I end up working out. But now I'm just home and I have no excuse not to. So yeah, I don't know how your motivation levels work when it comes to exercise, but I do know that Cassie from Blogilates has a 14-day quarantine workout plan that involves no equipment whatsoever that anyone can do. So if you want to do that with me, that's where we're at. Watch something fun. The news is rough right now, and it's hard to pay attention to, and it's all over the internet, it's all over the TV. So just watch something that's not that. I am very into Chef Show on Netflix. Jon Favreau hosts it, and it is fantastic, and it is just him and his chef friend who go around and talk to other chefs about food, and they just make things and eat good food, and then he does stuff with other celebrities and they cook together, and it's just fun and easy, and there's no complications in it. It is just all about the joy of eating, and it's a fun time. I would also recommend Making It with Nick Offerman and Amy Poehler. It is a delight. It's like the less stressful project runway of crafting. Like, it's just fun people being creative and making fun things together. And who doesn't want to watch that? And it's Amy Poehler and Nick Offerman, so it's a delight. I believe the season 1 is on Amazon, and then like season 2 is on Hulu? Maybe? Something like that. Just, you'll find it. It's the internet. You can be self-sufficient. I also cannot recommend enough Miracle Workers. It is so stinking good. They're in season 2 right now, but seasons 1 and season 2 have nothing to do with each other. They're taking an ensemble cast and just telling completely different stories each season, which is brilliant. And Daniel Radcliffe is in it, and Steve Buscemi is in it. And it's amazing. And the season takes place in the Dark Ages, and it is so funny, and I can't get over it. Like, I don't laugh out loud when I watch TV a lot. I regularly laugh out loud at Miracle Workers. It's so fun. I just watch it so you can talk to me about it, and we can laugh together. There are also a bunch of online content creators who are making delightful things specifically for like this 2-week quarantine period. Leena Norms is making this like Leena's Creative Lock-In, which like every weekday she's just streaming herself doing her creative projects and like discussing creativity along with you. It's really delightful. Tessa Violet is doing an online concert tour where you can watch her play her live music from the comfort of your home. How delightful. I think I saw that Sarcaschicks are coming back with like new videos. It's collab channels are getting bored and are coming back from the dead, guys. It's super fun. Also, if you know me, you know that I am an opera lover, and the Met Opera is streaming concerts from years past every evening, which will then stay online for the next 20 hours afterwards, so you can watch it in your time zone, and I'll just leave the whole link below. Some of these operas are really good. I've seen most of them, but there's a couple that I never got to see, and I will be watching them for sure, because what else am I gonna do with my evening but drink some tea and watch opera with the cat? Play a game. If you have a family and people in your house that you need to do things with while you're all stuck in the house together, I feel like if this quarantine is doing anything for anybody, it's bringing like puzzles and board games back. If you have at least 4 people, I might recommend the game You've Got Crabs, which despite the name is very family friendly. And if you're into electronic games, I am picking Pokemon back up. I made it through like up to the point of the last gym, and then things got busy in the start of the new year, and I just put my Switch down and I didn't play it for a minute, and guess who's playing it now? Read a book or two. My list of books that I own that I haven't read is pretty darn long. I've also discovered a vast love for audiobooks lately. I was enjoying audiobooks on my commute to work, which I don't have now, but since I'm trying to get a lot of cleaning done, now I'm listening to audiobooks as I clean, which works just as well. I just finished rereading Artemis Fowl because after seeing that trailer from hell, I felt like I needed to reread it with hate and anger in my heart. And it was a good read, even though it was filled with hate and anger in my heart. The book is so good, guys. The movie looks so bad. I'm switching gears away from hate though, and I'm reading the Sacred Enneagram now, so everybody can chill. Learn something new. Obviously, there are a lot of ways in which you could go about this. I like listening to podcasts to learn new things. If you do want to keep up with news and like feel like you're absorbing what's going on in the world, but you don't want to turn on the TV or get them sucked in to all that is the internet, I recommend 1A. It's an NPR radio show, but they turn it into a podcast form. Every Friday, they do a weekly news roundup, and you can just listen to 1 hour of domestic news and 1 hour of international news, and you're covered for everything you need to know. And yeah, it's easier listening. It's NPR, so it's calming to listen to. They don't stress you out while you listen to it, but you can still feel like you are absorbing facts. I also enjoy the podcast Why Is This Happening with Chris Hayes. Whether you feel strongly about Chris Hayes one way or another, his podcast I enjoy a little bit more than his show. He takes one topic at a time and covers it for a whole hour with someone who's an expert in the field, and they just discuss it and ask questions and have really good in-depth analysis of why a certain thing is happening, and it's very interesting and insightful and makes me feel a little smarter when I listen to it. Outside of news and politics though, if you just want to learn other things, I have found that some of my creative friends are hosting like Instagram classes, which is so creative and smart, and I can't. My friend Abby does calligraphy, and she has been doing Instagram hand lettering classes, and she's been selling prints, of which the proceeds are going towards people in need in her local community. And she's just such a good person with such a good heart, and I love seeing people use this social distancing thing for good, because sometimes it doesn't feel like a whole lot of good is coming out of it. But sometimes then people like Abby, they show you that there's still good in the world. In little pockets. There's just little pockets of good. And along those lines, my last thing to do is to help each other and stay in touch. Obviously, we're not supposed to have much social contact right now, but you can still keep in touch with your friends. You can call them on the phone, you can shoot them a text, you can send them a message online, you can do a Google Hangout. I had a lovely little Google Hangout with some of my lady friends, and it was good for the soul. And you can do that. If you have friends though that are in like financial need, like step up. Like this is a time for our community to really like rally around each other and take care of each other when things are crappy. So like pay attention, talk to people, communicate. Like being stuck in your homes doesn't mean you have to be like totally isolated from the world. Like you can still talk to people and like, you know, just be aware of what's going on and just love each other. And yeah, that's all the advice I have to give. Let me know what your social distancing project of choice has been. What have you guys been getting done lately? What's been keeping you occupied? Watching YouTube, probably. We're back. Hello. Happy New Year and happy spring. I don't think any of us know what we're doing anymore, and that's okay. We're just gonna figure it out together. And I hope you're doing okay. Let me know how you are. Yeah. Just gonna drink my tea and shut up now. My hair just naturally does this like curl thing in the front. I'm really into it. These are the things you discover when you don't leave your house.